River City Live, you know, it's always good to have a spare Mark around, you know, just in case something happens to
Marks
the one.
for the price of one.
Yeah. Well, my stock as the market is down right now.
We have Mark Collins with us. You know, the whole News for Jax Weather Center.
Yes.
You guys are working so hard.
Yes, it's been pretty trying, but we're starting to see this track, you know, narrow in on an area of Florida, which for us is better. For folks in the Keys, they're really sweating bullets here. It looks bad down in South Florida.
And when we break down that update that Richard just presented to us, so basically the 11 o'clock update, it moved a little bit more west, right? And then everything kind of downgraded to a 1 when it hits us.
So you just hit on two key things there. The last advisory had it as a 2, as it's pushing by Jacksonville. Now that's down to a 1. Track shift a little bit further away from Miami, further west. Bad news for folks in the Keys, obviously, but then it does put a lot of that wave energy into the Florida Bay. That's a very uninhabited area called the 10,000 Islands from Cape Romano up towards Naples. Not a lot of people live in that area. Yes, they live in Naples. That's where the Alligator Alley cuts across. Then you get into a populated area. If you have to find a sweet spot, a safer place to bring a storm into Florida, that's kind of it, because it's the Everglades, right? Not a lot of people live there. But as we know with the Keys, a lot of people there, a lot of homes, boats, big problems in that area.
So what can we expect? And I know it's hard to forecast because things are going to change as time goes on. But now that it's, let's say, off our coast and it's going to come through the middle, does that mean more tornadoes?
Sure
does.
Like,
what does that mean then?
Right. The threat for tornadoes is really our concern here, because when this storm is making landfall over South Florida, tornadoes tend to run out in advance of the storm. They're really not near the eye, near the center of the storm. They're usually in these rain bands, and that's what we're going to start to see Sunday afternoon. The threat for tornadoes increases here, also overnight while a lot of people are sleeping. Sunday night, no one's going to fall asleep. It's going to be so noisy around here with the winds 40, 50 miles per hour. Notice I'm not talking about 74-mile-per-hour winds. That's that hurricane threshold there. Possibly along some of the beaches, we might get some gusts to that hurricane strength. But right now it's looking better that if the storm makes landfall in South Florida, you've got 350 miles of this storm to move over land. That's a lot of ground for the storm to unravel and weaken. And so landfall, strongest winds near the eye. By the time the storm tracks north, the strongest winds move away from the center as it weakens and expands. So that means that we could still see higher gusts along the beaches. But will it be 75-mile-per-hour winds? I'm not seeing a lot of models that are doing that. Certainly not the GFS, which is a really reliable model. The European is updated a little less frequency, just twice a day versus the GFS, which is 4 times a day. So it'll be interesting. 2:30 this afternoon, the new European data comes out. We'll see if it pulls back on those winds.
Is there any possibility that the way it's shifting now and we're seeing it, that it could shift again?
Right. Well, what we've seen ever since Wednesday, the models have pretty much kind of started to focus where the storm's going to go. Early on, there was a pendulum effect, back and forth, back and forth. Now they're trying to get into lockstep, and we've seen that with the model. So I really doubt it's going to swing back to the east. That would be kind of a bad situation for us, having a storm come up through the Gulf Stream, because it could maintain its intensity, staying strong. The way it's coming up now, I don't think we're going to have the surge like what we had with Matthew, which is pretty good. We've been talking about maybe 3-foot surge there. We're going to have water backing up in the river because of the northeast winds that we're in now. So now through Saturday, winds 20, 30 miles per hour. That's just going to keep the water high in the river. But then as we head into Sunday night, we'll see any surge. That's when we're going to start to see it magnify.
Mark, let's talk about this. When you talk about the information that you guys receive, right? It's the hurricane hunters that are in their airplanes. Can you break that down and explain to us and our audience exactly what that looks like? What are they doing, and how do they get that information back?
So that's information that's so critical. Once, you know, about 70% of all the observations are made just with satellites. And then so 30% of the time they're flying hurricane hunters into the eye of the storm to collect critical data. I was actually on one of these hurricane hunters when they were testing the tail Doppler radar. And you know what the radars are, right? That shows us where the rain's at, but they're usually ground-based. Well, we have to take the radars to the storm. And so they fly it on the plane and get an idea of the rain wrapping around the center of the storm. All that information feeds back into the forecast models. So the way the forecast models work is they need to know the initial conditions of how the atmosphere is. They're kind of making an approximation because you don't have sensors covering the entire world. So they try to best interpret how the atmosphere currently looks, and then it's a forecast through time based on math equations. So if you've got a parcel of rising air here, the temperature is this and the winds are that, let's crunch the numbers. This is how the atmosphere should react 48 hours, 36 hours, out in time. And so with these planes, they're able to collect really detailed information. And going forward, they're really focused on what's happening right at the ocean surface. So what they do is they actually eject these packages of instruments out the bottom of the plane. They're called dropsondes, and it's collecting information as it falls down to the ocean surface.
That's amazing. Is that one right there?
So this is one that I brought back for when we were on the plane. And so there's a small little hole in the bottom of the plane that this falls out of. And there's a thermometer in here. It can actually measure how this falls. It can interpret the wind flow. And critical information is the humidity right down at the ocean surface. And so the humidity is the unknown. How moist is that atmosphere down at the ocean surface? Because hurricanes get their fuel from warm, moist air. So if there's dry air coming in, that's an early clue that we're probably going to see some weakening in the storm, because dry air comes into these storms and can just annihilate the strength. Certainly land does. So they don't fly the hurricane hunters over land because obviously these things fall out of it. But so that's awesome. What you're looking at here is what's called the stadium effect. They're in the eye of a hurricane there. So they've already made the first eye wall penetration. Now they're in an area of subsidence. This is sinking air. That's why there are no clouds there. So they're kind of looking towards the next eye wall that they would fly into to get into the other side of the storm. But oftentimes, as they fly in through this eye wall, there will be trapped birds. There have been reports of flamingos getting caught in this calm air region because the birds won't fly through 150-mile-per-hour winds on the other side of that cloud deck. So when you're in these planes, this might be the cockpit of a C-130 or a P-3. I was in the P-3, and they strap you to the wall. You've got a harness, and they give you a warning. There we go, flying into the eye wall.
Oh my gosh, this is
boom,
so
it
wild.
blacks out. So you start to get totally immersed in. You can actually see some of the turbulence there. Incredible updrafts in these thunderstorms. So you've got winds, these feeder bands that are bringing in all the wind, the moisture, and then it just shoots right up in the eye wall, and then it expands out aloft. And this is the heat engine. This is what's driving these hurricanes, these strong updrafts. And it's incredible. They started flying back in the 1950s into these storms. And they first flew based on a bet. These brave Navy guys were like, I bet you can't fly a plane in there. And he's like, all right, you want to see? And sure enough, they did it. And, they've been collecting data ever since on there.
Wow.
That is so awesome.
And so when they started flying, they usually fly out to about 55 west, which is off the coast of the Leewards by about 1,000 miles. And it was remarkable how that changed the forecast, because before we were thinking Bahamas to Cuba, and this happened like about on Wednesday after they were flying. Those models got in lockstep pointing to South Florida.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wish the models were wrong, right?
Right, yeah.
I could ask you one more thing about
Sure.
this. At what age did you find out or realize that this was what you wanted to do? Because I know all of you guys, are so passionate. Rebecca is so passionate. Richard, John, you guys just have the fever.
Right. Well, I grew up in Florida, so how can you not appreciate weather? I've gone through so many storms. My big storm was Elena back in '85. I grew up on the Gulf Coast in St. Petersburg, and we had homes in Indian Rocks Beach. And I came back after 3 days on Labor Day, being in an evacuation shelter. Came back, the whole seawall was down. It was really bad. So that obviously, propelled me into meteorology. But of course, surfing, you're a born meteorologist. Everyone that's doing that knows what's up. So obviously, if you're at a young age, you like weather, you go to Florida State because that's the best meteorology school here in Florida.
You got a Gator. Yeah.
Well, Gator has
We've got the J school.
They've got the engineering school and all the lightning research that goes in there, but no one tops FSU's tropical meteorology.
Look
Well,
how quick you are in your feet.
I can't argue with the product. So, okay.
So the Gators make this device.
Yeah, we make it. And
Right, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, pretty much.
So there's a collaboration between the schools.
At least on that one.
And you can't forget Gator Aid, which is hard to find right now in shelves.
And love bugs. I think we invented love bugs. Sorry.
How do you invent that?
You
Payne's Prairie love bugs. They're big and juicy, aren't they?
Oh my goodness. Well, I just appreciate, I know I speak for everybody, the hard work that you all put in here and at every station in town. I mean, all the meteorologists are just putting in so many hours.
We're really on our hands and feet here watching the situation. I think the worst weather is going to be Sunday evening into Monday morning. So we're going to be watching for that hurricane watch that is up our coast, stops at Flagler County. That could be extended northward into a warning, I would expect, here as we head into a Saturday. So that means a lot of people will be off the beach.
Yeah.
I think another thing, just to remind you that we do stream live on News4JAX for our newscast and our weather updates. So if you have out-of-town relatives that are asking you for updates, you can always tell them that they could be watching our live stream too. And we will be right back.